Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is day 17 of September 2022. And today's prompts are Nuvo, Sequins, or Enamel dots. And I'm using my Peacecraft Love Mixed Media Kit, and I am going to bash this today and use almost all the paper up and quite a bit of, well, the rest of it is stuff that's not going anywhere. It's a stencil and ink. And most of the sequins. I'm going to use this TCW stencil. And then I have these thickers. Now, I already had some of these in my collection, so I'm going to use those. So I'll still have a full collection of this, but that's okay because they are easy to use and fabulous. And then the broken china came in this kit. And then this is the sequin set that came with that. And I think you can still get these at Peacecraft Love. It had some more papers in it, but I've already created at least one or two layouts with it. So I'm going to use my Nuvo. I don't end up using that black ebony one. I just use that blue. And I don't remember the specific colors. But if you're interested, I will let you know. And then I have enamel dots. Most of them are from Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby. But then I have these two that I got from Peachy Cheap in a enamel dot stash. And I tried to pick the ones that best matched all of that. So I have all three things. And I have these two super cute pictures of my son. He looks so excited. This is the last day of school in 3rd grade, so 2018. And so I'm working on getting that done. So I have my papers, I have embellishments, all of the stuff for my prompts. I have these two pictures, so let's see how this goes. So I quickly decided that I was going to use all of this paper. Other than obviously the few little scraps that I cut off because I'm layering, I am going to use almost every bit of this paper. So I'm really excited. I do love to layer. I gut a lot of my paper because I don't like wasting, but you can see the majority of what I have left over there on the left side of the screen. A couple strips of the polka dot paper, like a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch or 1 inch, depending on the size. So what I did was I took this one little circular stencil from the TCW 6x6 stencil, and I'm just going all the way around with it and creating like a border. And there it is. Now, one of them overlaps down there at the bottom. I don't care. You can't see that much of it when it's done, but I wasn't sure how big I was going to make that centerpiece. So I went ahead and did a full stencil. So I put this down at first, and it was not, I didn't like it. So I cut it again to a little bit deep. Originally, I had it at 12 inches, 11 3/4, and 11 1/2. But now it is at 12 inches, 11 3/4, and 11 1/4, I think. So, and then I decided to bring that same stencil forward. And because I need to be more cautious, I've taped this scrap paper. It's like some Karen Foster scraps that I have left over from something I got at Tuesday morning, so I have a ton of it. So I just cut it up, or tore it up actually, and stuck it on there so that it would not go through the other part of the stencil. So I put that around in different places so it would be peeking out around my pictures. And I don't exactly know how I'm going to decorate this layout, but I know that there is going to be some of that still sticking out or peeking out in different places. Right now I'm taking some of the yellow scrap that I have used. I gutted that very back paper so that I could use it to mat my pictures. And now I'm using it to create a shaker pocket. I haven't made one in a little while, and I always make the same mistake every time. I get my cutout part that's going to be where the window goes, which I'm going to cut one of those now. Normally, I either cut something on my Cricut or I have a frame and I just back it, but I'm actually making one, which is probably a first for me. And I cut out the part where I screwed it up because I didn't want this to be 20 minutes long. But I make the mistake all the time of getting my little window and then putting the foam down before putting the acetate on. I don't know why, I cannot remember. Luckily, this foam does not adhere quickly, like immediately. So I pull it off, put the acetate down with some double-sided tape, then put the foam back. Now, right now, I'm pulling some of the gemstones that are in this collection out. Not all of them, but I want a handful of them to decorate the page. And I don't want it to be so full that it won't move. So I'm being super careful because I can't tell you how many times I have created a shaker pocket like this. And I I go to pull the little adhesive off of it and it like shakes enough to where everything bounces around, especially sequins because they're so lovely and sticky. I think they drive me crazy. But a lot of this is gems, and then there's also sequins in there. So I have now accomplished the sequin goal of the prompt. And I'm going to put that yellow down, but I feel like it's not going to stand out since I've matted the pictures in yellow. So I'm going to back it in black, which I feel like is fine because there's black in those circles. So it brings that out and it helps define it from the pictures. And so I'm going to put that down, and don't worry, I'm not leaving it like that. It's just a boring old rectangle right now. Well, not boring because it's got cute little sequins in there. So now I am using the only the red from this kit because that orange isn't on there and that yellow does not match at all. So I'm just using the red from this one. The blue was from a different set, and then the black one is the other one that I'm using because the white wasn't going to disappear into everything. So I left that alone and then decided to bring some of the gemstones in. And I just kind of used the circles that are already on this layout as a layering tool. So most of the time when I put the gemstones and stuff down, it's right at the side of a circle. So it's almost like I'm just layering it up with that circle. And I think instead of having it out in the middle of nowhere, having it kind of attached to one of those circles really seems to work better for me. So now I'm adding a handful of the little Nuvo drops, and they're kind of hard to see because they're almost they are translucent. You can see right through them, but there's a hint of blue in them. And so I just kind of put those in a couple places, just for that extra little, it's not a pop of anything because you can't really even see it from here. You'll see it in the close-ups. And then I never added the black, so that's okay. But I want to decorate that shaker pocket because it's pretty boring. And I also need a title for my layout. And I am going to pull the title from those foam thickers. So I picked my pictures based on what words I had to use. So I'm not going to lie. I decided to use these pictures of my kiddos' teachers. So because I knew that I could use one of the words on the foam stickers that were left over. So that is why I chose to scrapbook these pictures today. They need to get done because I am working on 2018, which is when this was. And then the next, I'm also working on 2022 kind of simultaneously. Just depends on what the prompt is, what works, what fits, what I'm in the mood for. I think half of the videos I did today were 2018 and half the videos I did today were 2022. So I decided to layer up the pencil and this little thing that says something about teaching. and I love the way that it looks. I tried to get it to like lay in like a backwards L, but it looked ridiculous. And I've matted them both on black so they'd stand out. I just am trying to cover some of that sequin pocket up so it doesn't look so weird. And so I love the way this looks after I put that down. And I do put a strip of foam adhesive behind the pencil because it's hanging off so much. I wanted it to be on the same level. So I do use the word, in the cursive word, inspire, and I'm going to put a hashtag on there, so it's going to say hashtag inspire, which is absolutely true for these teachers. The one on the left really gave him his love of reading. He increased like 47 points on his math scores, which is reasonably unheard of, because she just really got him to fall in love with reading. And that dude on the left is just awesome. My son used to say that he could walk on hot lava because he was just amazing. And now I have the pleasure of working with both of these people because they work in the school that I now work in, or I work in the school where they work in, I guess I should say. So I am very blessed and thrilled to have such amazing coworkers. They are amazing teachers. So we've been very lucky. So anyway, so I knew that hashtag inspire was perfect. So I think that is all I did on this layout. I added a couple of little this and that so you can see the Nuvo drops, but they are pretty clear. I do put one of them on like a blue circle so that you can at least get a little blue out of it. So anyway, I hope that you all will check out all the awesome creatives who are hopping along. They are going to be on the playlist, and you can just start at the beginning, and then it will just play and play and play to your heart's content because there are so many people on there who are creating daily or a couple times a week. So I hope you will go check them out. I also hope that you will come back and see me again tomorrow because I will be here with another layout for Scrap Timber. So I hope you all have a great day and happy scrapping.